Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And today I got some time, so I thought why don't we move ahead and build a few more functionalities to our application. So I'll wait for a few minutes, but the idea here is to create the delete transaction functionality and then build on top of it. So I'll try to see how much I can cover in again within an hour's time and take it up from there. In terms of the overall setup, this is a very straightforward Laravel application with the React starter kit which I have created. React with TypeScript obviously, and what we have done so far is kind of we have couple of models. If you go to this repository, you will see that we have user, which comes by default, then we have transaction. Now every transaction can belong to an account, so we have this model called account, and then we have a model called category, because a transaction can be of a category. Okay, and yeah, after that what we have done is build the application. So let me show you that. I think it's already 3, so we can start. Okay, let's see. So yes, this is the GitHub repository. You can go to this repository and look at the commits. You will generally get a sense what video, what I have done and what videos, and I'm trying to keep the descriptions generally the same so that you are able to get a sense what was done in that particular part. Yeah. So as I was explaining, we have so far these models. Okay, we have a user model which comes by default. We have transactions because user will do transactions. Transactions can belong to an account, rather they need to belong to an account, and then there is the category where, so I'm saying that a transaction can be of a category, right? So this is what the general database structure is looking like. And as I said, this is a React starter kit, so this screen should be familiar to you. And we have created the basic CRUD so far without the delete, of course. We haven't handled the delete. The delete is something which I will handle in this video and move ahead as well. So yeah, I can list, I can click over here, I can look at an individual. I'm reusing the same form for create and update. Okay, you can edit a transaction, and we have seen that an edit of a transaction does mean that there are a lot of scenarios that we will have to handle. For example, if I have made the original transaction for a different bank account and now I have changed it to a different bank account, then we are handling those things using things like, if you look at this code, we are doing a rollback of the amount from the previous account, and then we are pushing it to the new, so that the balances are properly maintained. We have an exact idea of what happened when, those kind of things, right? So we have done that. We have the ability to add a new transaction. So I'll just show you. Today is 20th. Wow. I think I took a longer break this time, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so ICICI category, and this is add expense. So I only have the expense related categories. I'll have build amount, let's just say is 2000. Today is 20th. Description, let's just say test for demo. Right, and yeah, it will reduce the amount from the that particular bank. So like it is something around 21064. Which bank did I choose? ICICI, sorry. So it must have been around 2000 more. Okay, so for example, if I take it from here, or if I move it to HDFC, let's say right now it is ICICI, I make it HDFC, save transaction, right? We have all the validations in place. It says that the balance is insufficient. So wow, that is a test, because my HDFC has only 1000 rupees. So I can change it to maybe 1000, hit save. So now what will happen is, from this account we will get an additional balance. So it became 27 and this is 0. So we have handled all those use cases. The only thing which I want to handle this time is the delete, because we haven't created the option to delete a transaction. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go inside my code editor, go to my web.php, and yeah, in here we have these, right? And at least for now, I'm just thinking if there is an except method, because I have added everything except one, so I'll have to see if I can simplify that. In the meantime, wow, this is indexing. So yes, I go to my transaction controller. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, right, feel free to ask that in the chat. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. And yeah, we can discuss about things as well. Okay, so I'll come over here, create a new public function, which is going to be destroy. Okay, now in destroy, what I will need to do is obviously get hold of the the model, because how do you say, we will run the delete on that particular thing, right? So what I can do is transaction, yes, we will use a route model binding. Okay, and what I would like to do here is, first of all, abort if, because the delete is quite straightforward. So I'll do abort if, yes, transaction user ID is not equal to auth user ID, which basically means that if the current logged in user is not the user who created this transaction, then we will not allow that delete. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Then what I will do here is, if you understand, we will have to do two things. One, because it's a delete, and what I will also like to handle is the delete can be for an expense or it can be for an income. So based on the category of the transaction, we will try to see if this is an income or an expense. If it is an expense, we'll increment the bank balance, because expense means it was a negative amount, but I'm deleting it, so which means I should ideally get back that money. And if it is an income, I'll have to reduce that. Once this is done, only then I will delete the main amount, main transaction. Okay, so I'll start with a DB transaction. Illuminate support facades, yes, DB transaction. So I have the delete, and that is fine. But before that, what I will do is I'll run a match. Yes, I'll have a match, which is transaction category type. Correct. Wow, it got almost everything. Let's see. If it is an expense, so I had lost that money, or that money was deducted. And if someone is deleting it, so ideally we will have an increment. That's perfect. Do I need to import it? Okay, it's already imported. And if it's an income, then we decrement. Got it. So this is in sync with what we wanted to do. And once this is done, yeah, I would ideally like to redirect to index. And hence it becomes a redirect response. Okay, now we have our route and controller in place, which is fine, but how do we trigger that? Isn't it? That's an important piece. So the way I'm thinking of doing that is, if I want a button over here. Okay, so let's look at shared CN. Okay, so in shared CN I have something called as alert dialog. Yeah, this is what comes up, and I am thinking of creating a reusable dialog where I can pass the title, description, and what happens for the cancel and the continue button. So what will happen is I can kind of reuse that component over and over again, and yeah, it will simplify the code. So for using it, what I can see is I need to run this. So let's go ahead and do that. In the meantime, okay, we don't have any questions so far, so that's fine. Guys, if you are following this series and if you like whatever I'm doing so far, it'll be great if you can like the videos, share it with others, and if you are not a subscriber and if you feel there is some value in my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. These things does motivate me to create more content, because if I see that users are interacting, I think that's the biggest motivation in terms of creating such content. Okay, so yeah, highly recommend if you can go ahead and do that. Okay, while this is getting installed, let's understand what we have over here. Right. So what I can see is I can literally take everything from here. Okay, and pretty much I'll have a dialog open. So this open is what? In preview, I have something called as child. So I can pass anything, correct? This is a button, but if I pass a component, that means I can show that component here, and that will open up a dialog. That's interesting. So what I can do is, yeah, let's try and do that. So is this installed? Wow, it is taking a huge amount of time. I wonder what it is doing actually. Let me stop and start again. Maybe it will quickly fix that. Okay, in the meantime, what I can do is come over to my JavaScript components, and I'll have something, not folder, I'm sorry, called confirm dialog, dialog, right, and then tsx. So This is export function, confirm dialog. Yes, I will send something once this is installed, but I don't understand why this is not getting installed. Am I talking to myself? Is there an internet connectivity issue? 5 milliseconds, which is kind of all right. I don't understand what is happening. It's a small little component. Yeah, this is annoying. I mean, is npm.js okay? But is this even an npm.js thing? Yeah. npx shared cn this and wow, we are still waiting. And the problem is, till I get this, I will not be able to do anything. But at least what I understand is I can literally copy this, okay, and in here I can do return, and this is almost like playing blind because here I'm getting so many errors, and we will only be able to understand whether it works properly or not when I have my maybe what I will do is call this trigger. Okay, and so I have, this is how it starts, alert dialog. This is my trigger. Okay, then I have the content. In the content I have alert dialog header, and in the alert dialog header I have a title which says here, are you absolutely sure? And yes, I'll put a tab because I will be passing a title. Let me also as I'm doing this, keep getting the props. Okay, I will call this confirm dialog props. Okay, and I will define an interface. So as I add this, we will continue to use that. So title, I think I'll need a description. Okay, then trigger, yes, and then we will need two methods, on confirm and on cancel. Okay, and what I will do is I will kind of use them. So title is going to be a string, then description is going to be a string for sure. Trigger, the trigger is, it is going to be I think it's called a react node. Yeah, I have a feeling this is what it is. On confirm is function, so void void, and same goes for on cancel. Okay, what about this? Damn, this is still getting installed. fast.com, let me see. Wow, really? It should be somewhere around 10, and what I'm getting is horrible. So there's some problem with my internet connectivity for sure. Yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Something is wrong. And maybe, okay, so now this is 17 Mbps. Why is it still not getting installed? I mean, how big can be the component? I should get somewhere around 100. I don't know what is happening. Let me see on my other laptop what's the speed that I am getting. Yeah. So on my laptop I'm getting 110 Mbps, 100 Mbps, exactly the speed that my connection is at. And in here it is very slow. Okay, finally the button already. Would you like to override? Yes, go ahead and please do that. I don't mind. Is the stream okay? It is telling there is problem, but yeah. So dropped frames 5.5. This is fine. Not sure. Okay, let's continue. I hope it's not that bad. I mean, it can be visible is what I'm hoping for. But definitely something that I've realized is my laptop is getting a faster speed compared to my desktop, which is problem. Okay, I might have to get a fix for that. Anyways, so now I have alert dialog, UI alert dialog, yes. And so basically what will happen is everything here will be I can do @components / UI, yes, alert dialog. So now this will be correct, and similarly, no, not commenting it out, but this, and then header, I have a description, then I have my footer, and this title. I think I have missed it. I'll import that as well. So with this we have kind of created the entire component. We have the trigger over here, we have header, inside the header we have our title. Let's take the description and do this as description. Then I will have, this is my cancel, right? So I'm just thinking, should I do a simple on click? Maybe, yeah, on click. What I will do is on cancel, like so. Similarly here we will have on click equals on confirm. And one thing which I can think of is, see, this is saying continue, but most of the time I will need a different text. So maybe what I can do is I can make this dynamic as well. So confirm button text. So what will happen is I can description, I will put it here, and description, then string. So this basically, just allows me to be a little more nimble with my thing. Like I can pass any text so that the button can be either delete or cancel or save, whatnot. Okay, gives me that dynamic ability to change the text. So I have this component ready, and I have created this, and we have React. So this is fine. Now it's time to implement it. How do we do that? Let's go into our form, transaction form. In here, yeah, this form, I have a feeling what I can do is change my prettier configuration so that this is not 4 space tabs but rather 2 space tabs, and then it will be a little easier for me to read, because right now it's very, very difficult. This is my flex justify button for this. Okay, what I will do over here is I'll have let's just do confirm dialog. Okay, and I will pass first of all the title, and we will say delete transaction. Okay, it will be complaining for some time because we need to add everything in here. After the title we will have description. Are you sure? Can you autocomplete? No, it's not. You want to delete this transaction. Okay, then I will have confirm button text, which will be delete, and then we will have a trigger, and this is the element that will show up. So what I can do here is something like add a button, maybe button variant will be destructive and type will be button. Okay, and I'll say delete. Yep. Then is missing the following properties from this on confirm and on cancel. Okay, I understand that the on confirm is required, but what I would do is make this optional. Okay, so now it should complain only about the on confirm, which is fine, because on cancel it should only close, which is already handled in the component, but so I don't need to pass it and every time. But here I will do maybe handle delete. Okay, obviously I don't have that method, so it will complain. And where is this? So handle submit is here, I will add on this. What I will do is it is going to be a function where I will do router, yes, dot delete, and now ideally I should get the destroy method from transaction. Yes, so destroy, it has route model binding, so I will take the, come on, transaction ID, and I need the URL only. Okay, let us see what do we have on our form. Any comments so far? No, we don't have any comments, but we have our button, and what I will do is, just so that they are not so close to each other, justify between. this is something which I know, so this level of CSS I can definitely apply. All right, so now come over here. Let's delete a few lotteries, especially this one. So delete. It says, are you sure you want to delete this transaction? Delete, and it's gone. And let's see, in my account I have 0, 27, 21, 34, and 27, 21, 34, which is correct. Oh yes, I have to do a check of the balance, because actually it's a very odd thing, to be very honest, because yeah, that kind of situation will not come. Having said that, why? Oh, correct, it was an income, so anyways it was wrong data. Okay, I'll tell you why. So yes, I mean I can fix it, but it logically doesn't make sense. What I deleted was an income. See, salary, and okay, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, so let's do that. If so I will need to get the account ID, or rather the account. So so I have a transaction. I'll have to do transaction, and come on, why the autocomplete is not coming up? Do not copy transaction, load. Okay, I'll do account. So what will happen is it will give me the account, and I will also load the category. Okay, so basically at this point, if I do transaction, like so, to array, yes, perfect. At this point, this lottery of 10 rupees, if I try to delete it, I'll get this. Perfect. Now what I will have to do is yeah, the only time when I will have to check this thing, the balance, is when it's in income which is getting deleted. Because if it is an expense and I'm deleting it, it means it will get incremented, which is fine. My balance can go always in the positive direction. But if it is an income and if I'm trying to delete it, then what I'll have to do is yeah, I'm just thinking if I should handle it over here or here. For now, because this is a button and this is not a validation. It's almost like an issue with the system. So what I will do is abort. Let me write it down. So if the transaction category is income and if the transaction category is income and the amount is more than the balance, throw error, isn't it? This is what we need to check. So how do we do that? I have category type, which is this, and I have the amount, correct? So what I can do is if transaction account, okay, not actually account, category type. I think it will be like this. Account increment, yes. So this is fine. Category type, yes, I have done this over here as well. So if transaction category is equal to this, okay, and transaction account dot balance, right? I think account dot php, it is balance is less than transaction dot amount. I will do abort insufficient funds. This is done. What happened? Okay, the first one is code, my bad. So I'll just do this. I'll just swap it out, and now this is fine. I would, from a readability perspective, I will just push it over here. Okay. Let me see. Why don't I run print and see what happens? I'm sure it will get properly aligned. Render bin print and close it out. Okay, it has done some formatting in one file already. And is there any change? I think so. Anyways, so yeah, this is what we have. And now the question is, will we be able to create such a situation? I might have to um, do a mock situation, which I will do if that is required. So my HDFC bank, yeah, oh yes, I can. So basically if I do 0.00, apply, write changes, save project. No, this is fine. If I refresh, this is 0, and this is my income on HDFC savings bank, correct? HDFC savings bank. So at this point it should complain ideally. Let me see. Yeah, 403 insufficient funds, because what I have over here is a situation where I don't have those much funds. It would complain even till 9, because obviously I can't uh, delete that transaction even now, right? But if I do 90, apply, write changes, delete now, it does delete it, and my 90 now becomes 80. So we are kind of in a proper situation where we are able to delete our transactions as well. So the general CRUD of our transactions is kind of completed. What I will do is maybe just do a commit. Okay, so this is what, video number 7, right? So I'll do how am I naming it? Okay, I'm a little over the place. I will try to say that this is video 7, delete transactions, functionality added. Okay. And yeah, we can push it. Now we do have some time, and I'm thinking maybe what I will do is write a little bit of more code around our accounts, because that is an important aspect. So yeah, let's see. I will have a controller first. So we don't have anything here. So I'll create this controller, and yeah, one thing, Laravel docs, I think in the routes section, right, I have something called as accept. Let's see. Route. This is, no, this is something else. Routing. What is this refresh on save? I'm talking about routing. Yeah, the basics. Right. So in here, is this something called as accept? There are quite a few. Encode forward slashes. No. Okay. I remember there was something about a resource route. Resource routes. Let me see. Yeah. This is API resources. No, let me see if I don't find it quickly. Except maybe I'll just simply ask cursor. Okay, I'm in an ask mode, don't do anything, and I can say I have mentioned so many. I have mentioned every method except I think it was view in the resource. Is there a way to use, is there an except method? Clarifying level routes. Short answer yes, except. Also, there is no view method. Oh yes, show is missing. Yeah, my bad. So I have show, I don't have edit. What I can then do is I will have except. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, I only have missing edit, and this I feel is kind of correct thing to do instead of mentioning everything there. Okay, and we will test it out. So index is working, the create is working, Axis Bank, category food, amount 1234, today's date, add transaction, yeah, access. So one more quick change which I will need to do is, can you see the 12th one came here, which is wrong. So these are some small things which I'll have to rectify. So that's why I took some time after the delete was done, just to generally get a sense. So order by date descending, and what I will also do is order by descending ID. Let's see. And now we have this correctly coming up. So this is good. The thing is, yeah, I think this is correct. All right. And I did all of these things because I wanted to have accounts, which is account controller. Yes, and with this I'll open up account controller. So we will have public function index. Why don't I? Okay, there is one more thing. I guess what I can do is delete this, and have I, yeah, resource, right? There is a command through which I can create controller with all the API routes. So I'll just remove the one which I don't want. Okay, resource controllers, perfect. So I do dash resource. Is there anything else that I need to be aware of no, so fine. Okay, this should not complain anymore. Right, and like we have no edit in our transaction controller, I will go ahead and remove this because this is not a separate thing. Okay, now index is going to be fine. Create, we will need that. Store, we will definitely need that. Show is again there. Update and destroy. Okay, couple of places we will need route model binding, so I'll just add them. For example, index is fine, create is fine, store request, and this is going to be account route model binding, right? And this is going to be $account. Okay, and then I'll have account as this. So this is all good. Now let's look at the query that we will have. We have a user ID, and if you remember, what we were doing was the account selection is based on the user category. I show all the categories, but the account is only based on what I have. So out of that 4, if you see user ID 1 can see only 3. So even in terms of the edit, what I will need to do is $accounts equals account, yes, query. Hey, this is interesting. I just some time back I installed an update from Cursor, and now they again have one more update. They are doing it quite frequently nowadays. I can understand AI is quite volatile right now, but is it so much that you have daily updates or multiple updates per day? Okay, account query. Maybe they have fixed a bug. I don't know. So account query where user ID is eliminate support facades auth user ID paginate, and we will do 10. It seems like a good number. And then we will have return inertia, response. We will have something inside pages called accounts. Is transactions plural or singular? Let's say pages transactions, so it will be accounts, correct, slash index. Okay, this is done. Now what else? I will need to pass this thing as accounts. Oops, accounts is $accounts. Okay, this is done. Now we come to our thing of inside pages, new accounts slash index.tsx. export default. How have I named transaction index.tsx? It's good to read the file once to understand what is the name. Okay, so it is transactions index page, and I will do this one as accounts index page. Okay, return. I need the app layout. Okay, now inside that I will steal a little bit of code for the breadcrumbs. Okay, I will have to import the breadcrumbs type, and this is going to be accounts from the thing, and then breadcrumbs. Oops, breadcrumbs. What is this? Cannot find name accounts index page. Okay, what is this? Oh, I got your point. The function was missing. Now it should have no problem, and I'll have a head tag in here. And what does the head tag take? Yeah, title. Title is my accounts. So this is a page that is ready for us to visit, which should give us a proper title. No, it doesn't. Method. Oh, is it? I guess you must have seen that. And fine, now it should come up properly. Yeah, my accounts. This is done. This is correct. And then I'll have to steal a little bit of code. I'll have to also, define the interface. So let me first do that, because we will need the props. We are already sending the data. Okay, and I'm saying that this is going to be accounts, just paginated data, account. I don't have accounts, really. Index.d.ts, sorry. Let's see, I have nav item, shared data, breadcrumb, auth, transaction. Okay, so we will close this account. I will do a split of this file on the right, and we will populate this. So let us do that. Yeah, so export interface account. So ID is number. Then what do we have? We have name, which is string, type account. Let's see, account type is so I can only expect this 3, right? So it is going to be what? Bank. I think it's like this: cash and credit card. Let me do a quick check. Is the type a correct way to define enum the unique values in TypeScript? I think so. By the way, the TypeScript spelling is wrong, but I'm sure it will pick it up. Planning next moves is fine. Do I have any reference in here? Let me see. Okay. Let's try and understand what does it have to say. It's saying, yes, you can do this is a correct way to constrain to unique values. Suggested refinement is for reuse and safer interpretation. No, iteration. Okay, I don't know what that means. Extract it. Export type, account type. Okay, so that this will help later on if I want to reuse it somewhere. So maybe, yeah, I mean, it logically makes sense, and it's types, so I will do this. Thank you. I would say this is at the perfect level where if you are doubtful about something, just ask AI. It gives you great options. Like I was not aware of this till date. I asked it, and that's how I came to know about it. But that otherwise, I would have used that slash slash, which I have done previously, which was not wrong. But yeah, this is a better approach. Okay, balance. We have float, right? We don't. Number. We have number, so we should have float as well. Yeah, it's in float array. Okay, I'll go with number first, and later on I will see what is the best thing to do. And obviously currency is a string for now, and is active is going to be boolean. Okay, currency for now I have kept it like that because I'm not creating an enum as of now. Okay, so yes, this is kind of added. I can get rid of this, and in here I can do account, and I can import it from the types. So I have said that I am expecting accounts as data, and this is of type accounts index props. Okay, and right, so now what will happen is, ideally, on this toolbar, when I click over here, I should see this. Perfect. Now, do I have a component for the table, or what have I done? So what happens is, in multiple projects that I have worked, there are different conventions that are being followed, and so I try to always ensure that I have seen what is being done. And now that I look at it, because this is the only place where I have a table, I feel that I should tell cursor move it into its own component, name it transactions table, put it inside resources, JS transactions folder, and should I have a like I have something called as forms, I'm just wondering if I have something as tables. Yeah. So I know that all the tables are there. Okay. So yeah, just get that there. Sorry. So I do get a little lazy and save my time by doing these kind of refactors using cursor. It is very good at these things. Okay. What will happen is, yeah, a lot of these functions like go to transaction detail page, everything can go into the inside component. So my main component will be a little slimmer. Yeah, this could have been a one-liner actually, and let's see if it does that. Otherwise, yeah, not a big problem. I really like how cursor has evolved in maybe a month or two. I think this is my third month that I am paying for cursor and using it, and wow, it has introduced this concept of to-dos. Now it has an you can open it inside an agent window. You can only focus on the kind of work that you're doing, and believe me, this is such a time saver. I'm working on a SaaS product, and I started initially with my writing as much code as possible. I was only using cursor for autocompletes. Actually, no, it's not the SaaS product, but I'm using Claude there. But yes, I started getting comfortable, and I started writing prompts, and wow, it generated so great code with AI. And I feel that I have been using cursor for Python as well, and what I can see is the quality of code that I get from Laravel, using AI, is very, very nice. And I would strongly say that a lot of that benefit, or rather that credit, goes to Boost, because once you install Boost, right, it kind of starts generating very useful code, and it is very up to point. Now I just saw that, and I haven't implemented Boost on this project, and we should ideally do that. But yeah, it does a wonderful job. Okay, now what have we here? I have a transactions table. In this, we have imported all the components of table. The util format data is there, pagination data types, everything is done. I'm passing the transactions for sure on row click. Okay, this is the function. Now this is written inside the main one. Okay, and I'm not very happy with it. I'm not sure. Let's see. So the table is fine. I think there's no problem with that. On click, I'm doing on click dot transaction, on row click dot passing the transaction, which is not bad. But my only question is, what is the benefit of having that function in here? I don't see a reason for that. So this is fine. I'll keep this. Let me ask it a question. What was the reason to keep this function on the index page? I feel, or just say try move it to inside the component. Index doesn't need to know what click inside table will result in. Okay, and that's an additional thing, but I'm just trying to see what it responds with. I think it will tell me if there is a problem. I have seen that kind of a behavior from cursor. Okay, didn't say anything, just removing this, updating the index, which is fine. So I'm sure it will first get rid of this, and it's a good thing that my main index component now is going to be quite smaller. The table is gone, and obviously this will go away as well. Yeah, and it has a comment. Wow, what was the need for that? I don't know. It should have removed this. I will just remove them. Okay. Yeah, and okay, this is also not removed. Maybe it will go away with the checks, but yeah. So I'm just passing the yeah. Let's see. Show is not needed anymore, so I'm sure it will go away with the linting. Now I only have a very simple markup over here. So similarly, what I will do is go to add transaction is from the create button, so that I can keep it as it is. I will just take this piece, get it here. Okay. I can steal this piece as well. All right, go to add account page. I'll take this, on click add account, and I'll do heading. All my accounts. Then I have button, I need to import it, plus I can from this, and I can get rid of this because obviously that thing doesn't belong there. Okay, this is done. I have this thing. What I will do is inside tables, I will have accounts table.tsx. What is the name of this component? I'm sure it's transactions table. So I will do yeah, accounts table. Okay, so I have accounts table accounts default function. Okay, and then see, I need the router paginated. Let me see. Yeah, till this point I can bring it here. Okay, format that utils. This is going to be account. Perfect. Now I need an interface like this. Transactions table, it will be accounts table props and paginated account. Oops. And now in here, this will be accounts. This will be accounts, isn't it? Now all these things are ready. And this is transactions. Okay, so I can get rid of this file and I will do accounts table. This I'll send the accounts, which is coming as props, and it should now not complain. It will be complaining because I don't have any markup, I think. Yeah, the JSX component, right? So this is fine. I will return something for sure. What do we have inside a table? I think first thing, we have a table component, so let's do that. Why can't I take this entire thing? Okay, and date. In the accounts, I would need the name, the type. So date, name, type, balance. Balance should be the last column. Maybe is active. Status. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 and a list of my accounts. I'll need to do this and this, so it becomes account.id. This show will be routes accounts. This is account ID URL. Cursor pointer is fine. Transaction date, top. Okay, so the first thing is ID taken care of, then we have date taken care of, then we have name. Let me change it. Then I have type, so account dot type. I think I'll have to do it uppercase. Then I have status. Okay, thank you. And I have balance. I will remove. Okay, this is INR, fine. And this is created at, oh yeah, I think I know what the problem is. This types. Let me have created CREATED, created at, which is going to be a string. I will not treat it as a date as of now, because I don't know exactly how to work with that, but I will create it as a string because I have a utility which will handle it any which ways. Let's see. Perfect. We have our table. I'll need a helper which can, no, I don't need a helper. I will just do class name, oops, class name as title case. Capitalize. Yeah, capitalize. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Yeah, I think this is quite some time. I started at around 3. Now it is 4:18. So yeah, we have almost 1 hour 20 minutes of stream. But yeah, we have covered quite a few things. This is good because I am, why is it complaining even now? What is the problem? Oh yeah, so this create, first of all, this router is going to be from inertia. This create is going to be from accounts. Yeah, now this page is not ready, so it will not take you anywhere, I think. Yeah, and we will have to work on them, and I'll do that in my next video. But yeah, quite a few things got done, and we have our delete transaction ready. We can delete transactions. We saw that we are updating the balance accordingly as well. Then we also saw that this listing is done. We were able to pretty much reuse a lot of code. We looked at the refactoring of the transactions table into its own component, and we followed the same structure for our accounts table as well. All right, guys, so this is pretty much it for today. This is what I was able to cover. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and what we have done so far, and I hope overall you are enjoying what we are doing with the project. If you have any feedback, do comment below, do share with me, and I'll see how this can be done. I also have discussions over here, so if you want to discuss on certain things, or you want to I would say suggest features, you are happy to contribute over here, and then we can pick it up from there. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Bye.